What if Mercedes-Benz made a lower cost entry-level electric car, a car that competes with the Tesla Model 3? Would you be interested in buying it? So today I'm gonna get the scoop on this car by Mercedes-Benz. This is the first video that's going to be done of somebody riding inside of it. So in order to do that, I need to ditch Utah and head to Stuttgart, Germany. Let's get out of here. Welcome to Germany. Today I have a very special video, a car that is not even out yet on the market and that people haven't seen yet. In fact, I'm filming this video a month before I drop this video. It's the Mercedes CLA. This is going to be a car that is economical and electric for the American audience and for the whole world. I get to take 45 minutes and drive, and I have a special expert that's gonna tell me all about the car because I could use some help from an experienced Mercedes-Benz person. So here is our driver and our expert today. This is Ola Källenius. He is the CEO of Mercedes-Benz.
Hi Dan, good to see you.
Good to see you too. We've met one time before, and it was in San Francisco. I think I had 5 minutes to interview, and we had a very futuristic car, and it was all about the MBOS, right? It was the new system.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're on a special closed track, one of the testing facilities. That's why I'm not holding my camera like I usually do, because there's a lot of top secret stuff that I've seen around here, including some stuff with this car. So we're gonna go on a little drive right now. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's take it for a spin.
It's drive time. It's fun to be the first to be able to do something.
It is, isn't it?
And I get to do it today. I got to ride it first ride.
Yeah. It's you and your Chinese colleague. You're the two persons in the world that are doing this first.
It doesn't even make sense, but I am so grateful for it. And then also a side note, we're gonna have a little segment where we get to know Ola a little bit today. Hopefully that's okay.
That's okay. And today we're on a test track, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about the product. It's all about
sure.
driving experience. And let's forget about all that other corporate stuff for now.
That sounds like a good plan.
But I think you can see one thing immediately now in this car. So I'm 6'4.5".
Yeah.
You're pretty tall too.
Right, around 6'2". Yep.
Willem is also not a baby, and he is sitting perfectly comfortable behind you.
Wow.
So it looks sporty and sleek on the outside, and it should, but it's big on the inside. This is kind of the entry ticket into the Mercedes dream. Yeah, the first Mercedes many Mercedes fans get.
Yeah.
Even if it's our entry Mercedes, and it almost feels like the wrong word.
You compared to the other electric
you feel
cars,
that you're in a car. It feels more adult. Mm-hmm. It almost feels, in terms of how it drives and rides, that you're in a bigger car. Needless to say, it's quiet, and the Mercedes is tight. Everything is tight. Everything works. High quality, attention to these little details. Even the way you adjust the seat, it looks like a piece of jewelry.
I've never seen the seat adjustment like this. I don't know, there's things that we can't show you on camera, so I'm just gonna describe some things. But typically with the Mercedes-Benz, when you get in, we're going around some nice corners here. When you get inside of a Mercedes-Benz, you need to adjust the seat. On every other car I've ever been in, it's on the seat, but the controls in a Mercedes are on the door. And I don't know if this is new to this car. I feel like it is. I've never seen it. I've driven a lot of the newer cars, but it's curved differently, like the way the seat adjustment works.
Yeah, if you talk to our designers, they're like the engineers.
Yeah.
It like never stops. You know, what's the next frontier? You can have a designer work for dozens of hours just to get these little details absolutely right. Because even if you know nothing about design, you know nothing about technology, you know nothing about cars, even if you're that person, subliminally, your eye will just feel, this is right.
Right.
It feels right.
And the system, this right here with the maps, with the heads-up display, it does look more intuitive. I think that's probably been one of the negatives on previous generations of Mercedes-Benz, is that there's too many buttons and it's not as intuitive to figure out where to push everything. This is the new software and setup. It looks intuitive already. I know what to push. I know where to go.
For what we call MBOS 1.0, so the Mercedes-Benz operating system 1.0, we almost started with a white sheet of paper 4 years ago. And we said, let's rethink everything. Let's consolidate the software stack. So we have one holistic software stack in the car. Make sure that we have the most performing chips, supercomputers, to power this system.
Okay.
But I told the engineers, and especially ones that do UI, you have a very simple task. either a 5-year-old kid or a Mercedes-Benz board member needs to be able to intuitively operate this. And if you meet that challenge,
you've done your job.
You've done your job. And jokes aside, we have spent hundreds of hours with focus groups. And it's down to every single feature. What are the things that you use most? Of course, you're in a car. You're probably going to use navigation in many cases. You want to listen to music. You want to talk to somebody.
It looks simple.
And even though we're now in a camouflaged car here, you can see that behind this camouflage, there is another big screen hiding for you as the passenger. And in a safe way that prevents driver distraction. How can you watch a movie and I don't watch a movie? I need to, of course, watch the road.
Yeah.
The wealth of digital experience that is also coming to the passenger in this car is on another level. It feels to us that this car, it's a paradigm shift. It ushers in a new era.
Help me understand. One of the talking points and things that I read was that this is going to be a similar platform for a CLA. If you want to get a gas-powered CLA or an electric, it's the same exterior and the same body?
Essentially, that's true. It would be too soon now to step out of combustion. That's not where the world markets are.
Yeah.
We started with the electric vehicle and we designed a perfect electric vehicle from the ground up. Then we said to the engineers, you need to come up with an intelligent way to design another front module to put in a brand new hybridized, very efficient, powerful combustion engine that we have developed.
Yeah.
Maybe 9 months, 12 months, whatever, after we launch the electric version, you will have a high-tech electrified combustion version to go with as well.
That's great. I do appreciate that there is this electric version that is smooth, it's quick, it's one of the most efficient electric vehicles ever made, but also you can get the gas-powered option if you want that looks the same on the outside, but it's a gas car. So I do like that. I like being able to have the gas option because not everybody is ready for the transition to electric cars and not every scenario makes sense based off of where you live or what you do.
We're in a once in 100-year transformation in the auto industry. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the journey is towards zero emissions. So over a period of time, we're going to switch from one energy source to another energy source. We have not put the high-tech combustion cars out to pasture and say, forget about those guys. And I don't know, this is New Coke and that was Coke Classic or something. But I think eventually we will all end up in the zero emission camp.
That makes sense. Okay. A lot of people don't know that you were in Birmingham, Alabama. I've toured the factory before, but you were there for many years. And you started an American football team in Sweden where you grew up. Is this right?
So when I grew up in Sweden in the 80s, in my high school, they already had a football program.
Oh, they did, okay.
And I started playing football in high school, throughout high school. And when I then went to university, the university that I went to did not have a team. So indeed, we got a group of guys together and started a football team, an American football team.
That's amazing.
And played, and I've followed it ever since. And then later when I came to Mercedes, one of my first jobs was to go to Alabama.
See, and that's hard. You're right down the street from Tuscaloosa. Even if you're not a football fan, you're going to become one.
Well, it's impossible to not be a football fan if you're in Alabama. I mean, you're in football heaven in Alabama. So yes, I follow football very, very closely. I'm going to try to at least get to one game this season.
I love it.
Yeah.
College football is my vibe. I love college football. Okay. All right, let's take a look, or let's talk about the exterior of the vehicle.
It's got a very sleek, sporty, coupe-ish type of line, but don't be fooled by that. The inside is very big. I'm 6'4.5". I fit in the backseat of this car. You're tall.
Right.
We could sit behind each other.
I would imagine, the pricing is not out yet, but I would imagine the pricing, it's going to be more economical. So Ola, timing. What are we talking about for timing on this?
The world premiere, where we show the final product, will be in spring of next year. So I guess for the US fans, we're looking at the second half of 2025.
Thank you, Ola, for hanging out today.
Great,
this has been a blast.
Great to have you and looking forward to seeing you again.
All right, now that I'm back in America and sitting in my daughter's Tesla Model 3, I can tell you that Mercedes is built like a Mercedes, even though it's the entry level. It has tons of room in the front row and in the back row. The seats are incredibly comfortable, and the new display, they wouldn't let me show you too much of the new display, but it is really intuitive. Tesla does a really good job at keeping it minimalistic and very easy to navigate through, just like an iPad. And now with this new change that's going into this Mercedes, but should be going into the future ones also, Mercedes has really simplified things and upped their game, and it's gonna be a better user-friendly experience. And I really like what Ola said about that it needs to be something that your kids can get in there and navigate through and make it simple. And Mercedes-Benz did that, and I'm sorry that I couldn't actually show you physically what it looked like, but they are showing all of that soon and it will be out. But yeah, that's my second time I've interviewed Ola, and I know we just drove around in the car, and that's not my usual style of a video, but thank you for watching this far in the video, and thank you to Mercedes-Benz for letting me come out there and see that. They did not pay me to do that, but they gave me the experience, which was really, really cool. So the more competition we can get with electric cars, the more adoption we're gonna have around the world, and people are going to love driving these things, and they're going to be affordable. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments below. I do wanna see what your thoughts are. And good luck to your Alabama Crimson Tide. Hopefully they can meet up in the playoffs. My team is BYU right now. As of filming this video, I think they're 5-0, so hopefully they don't eat the rat poison this week. They have a big game coming up this weekend against Arizona, but if they can win the Big 12, maybe we'll see our teams in the playoffs, and then.
But I'm going to go for roll tide.
There you go. Well, I'll accept it.